This video is just itching at the back of my head, so I have to make it before I literally just, you know, like go for it before I lose my mind. If we're gonna win in this system, this system that people think we're fighting, where it seems like both sides are opposing each other. You have right versus left, LGBTQ versus the conservative Christian right, all this, these rights, that right, our rights, black, white, Asian, all of it. The only way to actually like shift this matrix for good is for more people to wake up to who they truly are. When you understand that you are one with God, or you are the divine, I say that with quotations because some people don't like hearing that, but it's the best way I could say it is you have to wake up to that truth. Because when you wake up to that, one, you stop being a victim. You stop reliving all of this historical events of what has happened, what is what, and what has passed. You live in the present. You make the change now. You start connecting and getting with the right people now. Like, I'm not even kidding. When it comes to solar punk, like, I even understand why my solar punk comment on another creator's video got so much attention, because it's like people feel that. People feel the truth that I'm talking about. It's a frequency. You can't deny the truth. People have to be ready, and we can't have these videos of creators hopping on here and being like, yo, like, literally share this with your friends, share this with people who make these videos. You can't have people on here pushing the narrative of, Americans aren't ready for a revolution. These people aren't ready for a revolution. These people aren't going to wake up. No, you have to have people focusing their awareness on the fact that it is possible. But you have creators on here being like, oh, it's all doom and gloom, it's over. No, people aren't ready to sacrifice. It's like, I think people are. And they're waiting for the right person to either, and again, I don't want to say follow, because I personally think you need to follow yourself and decide and discern what's right for you and focus on the self. But man, if people really want to see a simulation shake or things shift, then the right people got to get it moving. Like, and if you feel like you're also the right person, then you have to stand up. And I'm telling you, it's not standing up in all of this stuff that the old world created. Oh, these rights, that rights, we deserve this, we deserve that. No. Go and create that future. Believe that you deserve it because you're a godly being, but you have to move in a way where you're creating your own stuff. You can't use the system that they built to try to beat them. You're already losing. You're basically trying to win in a game where they made it for you to fail, which is the college, trades, all of it. Use it. If you're in it and you're using it and you're benefiting off it, use it. But understand, you have to create an entirely different system to win. And that one is recognizing your God within. That's what it is to me. You're gonna lose either way, otherwise. I know when I make videos like this, I keep biting the inside of my cheek when I do that. Could be a sign, or maybe something's trying to get me to shut up. But this is part 2 to the last video I just made. I'll title them the same so you guys can find them easier. But I ended with the whole comment of, you have to recognize the God within, or you're gonna lose in this game. And truthfully, like, I see people talking about, the purpose of this reality is to go through the materialism and like it and enjoy it and blah, 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 and so many different perspectives. But what I keep realizing, and I keep coming back to, when I see everyone divided on race, religion, politics, all this, and I'll even see comments on certain creators' pages talking about, oh, they took out God. That's the reason everything is going to shit. No, it's not. It's because of the misrepresentation and the misteaching of what God is that everything is going to shit. If you taught people that God was within, no one would seek validation. No one would be in this world acting like they need another group of people to accept and represent them. Because if you accept and represent yourself, other people will accept and represent you. This is exactly why I preach authenticity. And I don't even want to say preach it. I embody it and show people. And I'm polarizing. I don't care. Like, man, dude, this stresses me to talk about because people don't get it. It's so simple that it goes over people's heads. If you recognize that you're one with God and God is within, you do not need validation outside of yourself. You can go enjoy all the material things, go enjoy the human experience for what it is. But why do we have so many conscious creators or spiritual creators and all this not really saying it like that intense? You don't need anyone outside of yourself. You don't. And I'm not saying in an intense way like fuck your family, fuck your friends. No. What I mean is anyone you're people pleasing to, where you feel like you need to be represented in it. No, go and create your own things. And I used to fall victim to this even when it came to spirituality, but this was much early on in my journey where I was looking for my tribe, trying to find them, being like, who are the other people on this wave? And I met nothing but, vegans being mad over here, like, oh, you can't eat meat, that's not spiritual, this over here, all this shit that was turning spirituality into religion. And I knew this is what I didn't come for this. There's even conscious creators who are big who just talk about celebrities and stuff being the ones who broke the matrix and shit. And it's like, see, I don't vibe with any of this. To me, I've seen miracles and crazy shit that has come from my own life where it's like, I need the individuals who are doing this, Like I met them. I run into these people. It's crazy, but they really do keep us separated and divided. And I need a part 3 for this, but this is why I'm saying you need to recognize the God within if anything in this system is to shift. I'm going to go to part 3. Here's part 3 to get this off my chest. And I honestly think I'm just going to keep making these videos every so often because it gets to me, and this is why I said I'm just going to stay off of social media, just upload my videos, do my business and get off, because the stuff I see, man, it's like, it's just everyone is in so many different realities. And, and then you have creators saying, oh, people just don't care and this and that. And I'm like, bro, it's deeper than that. It's the years of programming and indoctrination and again, people talk about MK Ultra, and it's like, you guys think that the MK Ultra experience and all this, or experiments and all this, was just like a localized thing where it's like they did it in one state. No, they found a way with this algorithm and everything to make the algorithm. This is all a part of the mind control. The algorithm knows you better than you know yourself. Like, it's all connected. You gotta look at the little hints and pieces and draw the connections between everything, because it's everything. I'm pretty sure everyone is under a state of MK Ultra. Shit, when even people talk about the GATE program and being in the GATE program when you were a kid, what if that's just a softcore version of what the actual MK Ultra experiments were? And this is the thing, is no one is saying this. It's like, you have to recognize your own power and you really have to go in on it. It's like, fuck all this narcissistic conversation. It's like, you're in a world where these motherfuckers think on a level even higher than you and channel a level higher than you. They're using all the stuff that they say is demonic that religion tries to say is demonic and all this against you. Because whether it's dark arts, white arts, witchcraft, it's all you. It's still all your mind. You're getting caught up in the physical, human definition of things that are scary and demons and this. And this is coming, and I'm telling you, this is coming from someone who had chronic sleep paralysis. I've seen things that if I was properly an artist and could draw the most magnificent Mona Lisa type of things, right? You would think the shit I see in my sleep paralysis is worse than anything you've ever heard and seen online. So when I see people fear mongering with, oh, be careful about popping your third eye open and and I get it. Some people are not ready for that. They could, just throw away their whole life and destroy that shit, or maybe even worse, exit the game. But I'm telling you guys, there's nothing that is that scary than your own mind. Like, really facing yourself. And I think that that's the deeper truth of why a lot of people don't want to face this, because you're facing you. You feel something is wrong. Well, then speak out about it, be about it, embody it. And I think there's huge shifts going on. I think this whole thing with Sony and the physical media and trying to get rid of it is one of the biggest ones. And that's why I don't think anyone should let up on this. But again, the choice is yours. It's in your hand. The ball is in your court. I'm doing a part 4 to this because I can't get it out of my head. But the other stuff I was talking about is like, I'll see certain conscious creators talking about how like celebrities in this are like some of the biggest matrix breakers and they came here to do this, and it's like, bro, y'all realize that this is how I feel. This is personally how I feel. Some of the most conscious people and spiritual people I met were not on social media at all. And they were not celebrities. And they just knew that this whole world was an illusion, that it was a simulation. And to the ones who've taken to the internet, their channels are so under the radar. I've seen them, maybe 2,000 subscribers, 3,000, who, I feel like in a way they really came to be raw about it, and they didn't switch their language or change their frequency where it had to relate to a very, very, very large group of people who consider themselves spiritual. But again, this is who I would consider a master teacher. I'll drop his name, Brother Panic. Years ago, he would say things like this. it's like it's not, well, not like, he wouldn't say thing, I'm paraphrasing, but he would sum certain things up to being like an intellectual jerk off. I don't know how many people on here are really about ascending and getting out of this game, or actually shifting the whole world, because it starts with you. And that's why I said, like, when I make these videos, I think I'm just done. Like, I'm not even gonna watch these other people's content anymore who are so spiritual, enlightened, awakened, and talk about the Matrix, and then have no idea what to do. Like, they still make videos seeming like they're lost, or they play with other frequencies where they're like, oh, you know, they'll have alchemy in their title or something like that, and then they'll make a video talking about how, you know, one of their friends finds it, ugh, this is gonna sound specific, and I don't want like anyone who, you know, made this video to think I'm like coming at them, because it's all love at the end of the day, but talks about how their friend is having trouble in like a dating pool or something like that. But then they talk about energy. It's energy, bro. Like, we got to stop focusing on how dating is bad and focus on how dating is good, and that it's easy, and that it will work. Yes, we can acknowledge and have the awareness of the reality that, you know, is shitty prior, but if you keep your focus on that, that's all you're going to attract. And I know from my own life, I have straight just receipt after receipt after receipt of creating issues that end up attracting to me, even joking about certain things happening, and then they manifest. Like, this shit is our awareness, but then these people are, oh, I'm spiritual, I'm a healer, I'm a this, and then we'll make videos that like counter that whole thing. And I'm not saying consciousness isn't supposed to contradict. This is part 5. I'm not saying consciousness is supposed to contradict itself and be ever evolving, but it's just, we know we're in an energetic game. And I guess all these long string of videos bring me to this point. If we know we're in an energetic game, then why are you giving your awareness, your heart, to anything that is in this game? Yes, you can have your materialistic things, buy that new car if you want, manifest your money. That's not the issue. It's being attached to it. And that's where I like certain things that the Bible did talk about, where it was like, you know, I chose you out of the world is going to hate you because you're coming out of the world like I did. I think that's what Christ said to whoever he was speaking to. But the point of that was because when you become awakened, you're not a part of this system. So understand, you're not of the world, but you are in it. Meaning you see the bullshit going on, but you can't be of it anymore. So, you know, I swear some of the people who come out of the world and realize all these things are going on, the files get released, they see what the world is, but then they come back into it and be like, oh, people don't care enough, we're doomed. And it's like, well, yeah, if you think like that, welcome to that timeline of we're gonna be cooked. You know, where is really all these energy workers and all this shit saying we win in the end? We win in the end because it's you. It's you. It's you, it's me. You are only a reflection of me. I'm only a reflection of you. We're one and the same. We have our own avatar here on Earth, but we're all the same energy. We signed up to play this game, so don't get caught by this shit. Don't get caught by identity politics, the culture, where all this shit. Don't get caught by it. It's all still a part of the trap. You know, and then you guys get in the loop of, but why is no one standing up for this? Why didn't people care about the files this? Why? But if you know Gnosticism, if you look into these occult texts and you're putting your awareness on it, so you're keeping it in your aura. And granted, that's exactly what I'm doing, and that's why I'm sick of it. I'm tired. It's always a new illness. It's always a new this. It's always more surveillance this. It's always this. It's cyberpunk future potentiality this. It's they're doing this. They're poisoning the food this. They're this. Okay, so where's the awareness to we're not buying into the system anymore? We're awakening. We're gods. We're gods and goddesses in this little incubator state to get back to source. Where is that energy? I just see a lot of motherfuckers running online and spinning the same thing, but then being like, create and manifest your own reality. And don't worry, I feel the system too, because I'm not of the system. So the system used to beat the shit out of me. Trust me, like, you probably would think I was schizo if I said this. When I first awakened, black cars used to sit outside my parents' house. And I remember I had a best friend, well, still have a best friend. We went to a gas station and the dude, for no reason, ended up telling us, remember that Big Brother's always watching. Before we left, he told us to stay safe. I have weird things like, I have weird occurrences in my life that I could tell you that are absolutely insane. You know? And I just think about this and I'm like, there's so many, like, conscious spiritual this, talking about the Matrix this, talking about this, and I'm just like, bro, All right, so when do we stop? You know, when do we stop? And I don't even want to throw myself under the bus with it, because I'm not in my personal life doing this. You know, I just get online and see it, and that's why I'm like, bro, I'm about to ignore it. Because yes, I see a change when it comes to the Sony things, but then are you guys going to keep that momentum? Is everyone going to keep the momentum? You have to go in on your own inner reality to shift things. If they got you in the loop of, like, you know, things from the past, history, slavery, all of these things, what they're doing to us now, if they keep you in the loop of that, you lose. You lose, because the people at the top, the ones who really understand astrology, the energetic game, all this, know it's about awareness. So if it's about awareness, how do you keep gods trapped in a system that's about awareness? That your mind is creating reality. Your perception is controlling reality. How do you do it? You keep them, well, and not to, much love to her, if she seriously just decided to take a deal but was spreading conspiracies and people were so messed up over her. Swaggy laggy golf daddy. How do you keep gods locked in a system? One, you give them a religion, you tell them God and all this is outside of themselves. You keep them distracted with all this culture war shit, all this other BS, etc., etc. You know, the list goes on. Then what else? You keep their awareness trained on that. They keep watching videos, they keep liking them, they keep saying these videos. Trust me, I fell victim to it too. I realized it though. I was aware the whole time I was doing it, because I just paid attention to how I feel. And I'm like, bro, when I'm manifesting and I'm meditating and I'm just staying off of social media, I feel so much better. But I come back, I start getting the conspiracy stuff in my algorithm, all this stuff. The algorithm's pushing it now. Oh, I see what's going on because I'm connected to the divine. This is part of it. I think they want content creators talking about this stuff. I think they want content creators talking about GMO and all this shit. And I think they want it. And I have this theory that they're going to come out and try to be the heroes at the end of the day. They're going to flip the whole script. We got the GMO out the food. Stuff's affordable. Watch. I feel like the whole script is just going to flip when they need it to. They put all the actors in all the right places. They've got, you know, certain healthcare workers and stuff going out. All this. I feel like all the actors, everything is all in the right places. And it only exists in our awareness. And they're giving you the heroes. And villains. Anyways, I'm done, man. I'm probably going to put this as a whole video on my YouTube channel. I'll mark these videos with like full video on YouTube. And it's funny enough, I'm doing this during day 15 of my Super Unhinged Manifesting series. And maybe this was meant to come out. But seriously, dude, I'm getting tired of this. You know, every time I see it, it's like, dude, I got to log off. It feels like, you know, I just don't know. And again, to everything I'm saying when it comes to the celebrities being awake and et cetera, and other conscious beings, it's just, to me, I guess to me, in my own reality, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to go to certain levels with what I got to say, and maybe that's more the truth that actually does need to come out, and I'm stopping myself, and that is my throat chakra being like, let's go, we're going all the way, go all the way. But I don't think I have the energy. Like, I'm going to be on here teaching you guys how to master your mindset, just, you know, completely nullifying anything negative in your nervous system, and that's it. And I'm going to go create my own reality. But I don't care about these flock cameras, all this stuff anymore, the surveillance, anything. I don't care. Because I've known before, like, I already know, some people have thought I've got shadow banned on other channels. Some people, like, I've literally seen black cars sit out, like, all tinted windows, blacked out, sit outside my parents' house. People told me when I told that story that was gang stalking. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because if I'm awakened the way I am, and I'll think of something and then someone else says it, or it'll create. There's like, you know, and again, I think the Masons are literally just a certain level of the Matrix, and they're just like surface level still to all this information. There was like 4 lodges in the place I used to live in, like 3 or 4, you know, so I don't know. I'm on team awakened being. That's what I'm going to say. Individuals who are awakened and being authentically themselves. And then at the end of the day, I'm on my team with God. That's it. Because I can't give into this system and give into these culture wars and anything. And I don't normally do, but like, I can't even put it in my awareness. It's annoying the fuck out of me. I tried to make a TikTok and like a Snapchat. I see all the shit happening with those algorithms. I see all the BS over there, and I'm just like, nah, I can't do it. Meta, of all things, Facebook, but I'll keep Instagram and YouTube, and then that's it. And I don't know. I feel like I'm being pushed more and more to just get off these apps, but I feel like that's also the fear of everything trying to stop me. But I really don't care about Flock, any of this, the surveillance. It's like, I'll be ready when someone's ready to do something. I'll rest and believe. I'll be ready. I'm not going to say what that is because that'd be a crazy self-report on video. One more video. Gotta throw one more video in here. Gotta throw one more video in here. But, yeah, you know. So, you know, that's to anyone thinking like, oh, how could you say this? How could you say? No, I'm so ready. I'm ready to ride for any being that is awakened. If it's got to be intensely peaceful, boycott, whatever, I'm ready. No, I'm not gonna take in a video game because I have these algorithms. In a video game, I'm not gonna take life or do anything crazy like that unless my life is threatened. You know, you gotta defend yourself, even as a human being that's connected to God in this game, right? But so I'm chilling. But when it comes for if anyone, you know, talking about revolution and all those things, let's see it. I'm not gonna sit back and be like it doesn't matter. But like while I'm online with my social media presence and telling you guys how to master your mind, to me, what I've seen in my life is where you place your awareness is what creates reality. So I'm gonna express and talk about what I know that has shifted in my life. And if someone resonates with that, good on them. Great. You've recognized that you're a divine being. Now keep going. And be healthy about it. Have a balance. But all this other stuff, I can't. You know, people talking about the surveillance, this, that, then do something. You got to do something, you know? Like, you can't keep talking about what other people need to do. Like, you know, be careful, be safe out there. But, you know, unless you get multiple, to me, the biggest thing you could do is boycott. Imagine what would happen if everyone boycotted McDonald's, Wendy's, Walmart, things like this, and just really did it. You know, and I feel like even, this is what I mean about how I swear this is a trap and it's being pushed and they want it like this. Imagine that, what was it? Oh, wow. I just lost train of thought. Wow. Damn. I was going to say, like, imagine, came back to me. Imagine they want you to literally, and I said one more video, I'm going to have to get another one out. Imagine they want you keep making videos about how people don't want to give up their comfort and everything, and that's the problem. That's why we'll never have a revolution. And they want you to think. I said this in the last few clips I've taken, but I really think that's part of the goal. If everything is about awareness, keep this shit in your awareness. Keep it in your awareness. You know? All right, my final video, I'm just gonna recap on everything one more time. Last thing I'm gonna recap on, I'm done. I'm not gonna say anymore. Is that, oh, actually, hold on. Whew, last thing I gotta say is just, again, recognize your God. Ignore all the noise from this matrix, bro. Because I feel like they are running people on so much programming. Like, I feel like they're running their narratives that get adopted by people who I feel like think they're red pilled, if that's the term. I'm just gonna say who think they're woke, right? And if this whole game is about awareness, right? You know what? No, I'm gonna speak from my perspective. Awareness creates your reality. Things that you focus on and keep your attention on create your reality. So awareness creates reality. And if we keep our minds on the fact that no one is going to wake up and no one's going to have a revolution, it's not going to happen. Or you're going to get shifted or stay in the timeline where that happens. When I was on my walk today, I said there's no way I'm letting this happen. I'm done thinking that. I'm thinking that we win in the end. That's it. I don't care. In my reality, we win in the end. I'm done like feeding this narrative. I'll cut out what I can in my personal life, you know, where I can. And I think that's just the honest, from the heart thing that you can expect from anybody. Do the best they can with where they're at in their version of the video game, of the simulation. If you really can't get to local farmers markets and stuff, I don't think someone on here should be beating you over the head with it, being like, no, but you gotta boycott, No, you know, do what you can, little by little. Because little actions taken by massive people would make big impact. So do what you can out there. Recognize your God. You don't need anything outside of yourself. You don't need validation. You don't need like all this stuff that's in these culture wars and everything, like media and everything to represent you. No, just make the things. Go be creative. Don't give this system any more energy. I think all of this is a part of the system. Having content creators get on and talk about this. Oh, the world is this, and that. No, man. We got to get past the duality. Enough games. We got to get past the duality. The right, the left, we're fighting this. It's the elites. The elites are doing it. No. The flock cameras, you guys take them down then. Do what you got to do. I'm not going to promote destruction of property, but do what you got to do. What's so funny is after I filmed all of these clips, these shorts, they ended on 9. My life path number is 9. So not including this clip, it was 9 videos and then I ended it. Symbol for completion. So maybe my rants are finally packed up and away after this video. I mean, I'm still going to talk about certain topics, but if you watch my daily challenge and you hear what I say in videos and you follow up, then you definitely know how I'm approaching the world now, because the world is just me. So I don't care about this culture war or any of this shit. Gender war, this war, gaming culture war, this left versus right, all this. Fuck it, bro. I'm here to be the best version of myself that I can be before I'm dust and gone and forgotten in the world. So I don't give a shit. We came here to be authentic, to experience this. So that's what I'm doing. Anyways, love y'all.